Houston, we have a problem. There are no cookies in my house. Dina's not happy. So, we're going to go ahead and make some more. We're going to make 1, 2, 3 cookies, which is probably the easiest recipe I've ever even heard of. 1 cake mix, 2 eggs, your bowl and your spoon, vegetable oil, and you know, whatever you want to add to your cookies, like chocolate chips. Joining us today is my lovely little assistant, Kelsa Rose. Alright, and 4 are 1, 2, 3 cookies. All that's required is you take the cake out of the package. Now, you can use any cake mix that you like. I particularly like to use fun-fetti because it just looks cool. Now, the first thing that you want to do is open your cake mix carefully. Dump it in the bowl. Perhaps even take a moment to admire the aesthetic qualities of cake mix. Thank you. Add your eggs. Put that in the sink for me. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. You're welcome. Then you're going to add your 1/3 cup of oil. No, we're not making cake, we're making cookies. Can you put this in the sink, please? Thank you. And then, naturally, we stir it all together. Cookie is the word you're looking for. Now, sometimes I've noticed that there's a little too much cake mix and not enough moisture. I think it might be because I'm not using extra large eggs, but regardless, it will not hurt anything to add a little bit of oil. Extra. Now, in my family, we do have kind of a tradition that cookies are hands-on kind of projects. Just, you know, help make sure that the dough is mixed evenly. It's not my favorite part of the process, but it does get the job done. Then, of course, once you get your dough nice and evenly mixed, you can add your chips. Now, I'll be honest, usually for fun-fetti cookies like these, I usually use white chips, but I didn't have any. All I've got is chocolate and butterscotch, which butterscotch just sounds like an odd thing to add. These are basically drop cookies, which means that you just, you know, do them like that. Now, a lot of people like their cookies smaller. I like mine big, soft, maybe chewy. So I always make mine a little bigger than what is recommended. Alright, well there's our first batch, so clear off the stove because this stove, the reason that I've got these like really attractive like lids over the burners is because when you turn on the oven, the back burners heat up. Then you turn on your oven to 375. because I can't preheat this oven because of the burners, we'll just set it for a couple extra minutes. But you cook them for like 6 to 8 minutes, maybe 10 at the most. If you like a darker cookie, I like mine to be just barely done so that they're all nice and soft. But of course, that's completely up to your discretion. And then you just, you know, find something to occupy your time for a few minutes. Alright. Looks like our timer's about to go off. I'm psychic. Alright, now one thing that's probably important to mention is that we're working with cake mix, not cookie dough, so it's going to brown a little differently. As in, like, not very. And the only way you can really tell is to carefully bite the bullet. Feel it. It's going to feel a little spongy, like, just naturally, but these are about done. As done as I would like them. So you can set those off to the side to cool. And repeat. I learned this recipe from the daycare that I used to work at. The boss would just take a day and sit down with the kids during nap time and make cookie dough so that by the time she was done baking, you know, 10 trays, nap time would be over and we'd all have snack. Because she knew that I liked to bake sometimes, and so she gave me the recipe, and I think I did it with like just white cake at first, which, you know, is fine, but, you know, get creative with it. You know, I like the fun-fetti best, but you can really use any cake. Try making one with something crazy, like red velvet cake. I bet those make some funky looking cookies. I might actually do that next time. Velvet cake is like for when. Or, you know, you can try any kind of chip that you want in there. Hot, that's right. And that pretty much all of it. So we're going to be getting, it's like 2 dozen cookies out of this. Cookie dough? But, you know, seriously, be careful about, like, adding in too many chocolate chips, because I always do. And sounds like the second one's just about ready. Almost. We'll give it a couple more minutes. But, that being said, I need to test the cookies over here. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. And that, my friends, is how you make 1, 2, 3 cookies. Don't choke on it. Alright, well, I kind of overdosed on cookies the first day, but now I'm ready for some more. Wait a second. You gotta be fucking kidding me.